You cannot change the way people perceive you. Like, if someone has an idea of how they think you are, 9 times out of 10, they're always going to have that, like, view or, perception, of you. Yesterday, I got in an argument with my little sister. She said some really mean things to me, not going to lie, that hurt my feelings. Um, a lot of things don't really get to me, and, I'm learning how to, like, be okay with negativity and negative words and not let that phase me. But like, it's another thing, like when it comes from your family and when it comes from, people that you actually love and unconditionally love. And she just said some things, and I'm just like, wow, you don't really know me. You don't know your sister. And it used to hurt me a lot when people would say things about me and they would have this view of me, and I feel like I had to constantly prove to them that I wasn't like that. Like, in the argument, she was just saying a lot of things about my character, and I'm like, yo, like, if you truly knew me, you knew all that stuff. It's not true. Like, I would die for you. I would die for my sister. I would die for my family, even though they're abusive and toxic and not nice to me at all. They're not nice to me. Like, I'm a lone wolf in this world. I don't have family. I don't have anybody. Like, truly, like, there's some people who are your friends who kind of check up on you because they feel obligated to, but it's not really that genuine. That's kind of how I feel. Like, I do love all the people in my life. I'm not saying that. But I've never had someone who will, like, drop everything that they're doing and just be there for me. Like, maybe I'm that type of person to do that, and maybe I need to set better boundaries and stop being so selfless. Maybe I need to, start doing that and learning how to put myself there first. Life is a learning process. It's not a destination. Like, it's a journey. Like, healing is a journey, you know what I mean? So maybe throughout life I need to learn to start putting myself first and maybe not die for my family, you know what I mean? But as today, I would die for my family. But just knowing that and her saying the things she said to me, you can only imagine how that hurt me. But during the argument, like, I lost it because that's one of the things that trigger me. People lying on my name, lying on my character, And during the argument, I was losing it, but then I just stopped. Like, something was just like, stop. And I was like, you know what? I said it to my whole family. I said, you know what? There's nothing I can do that's going to make you change your, the way you think about me, the way you perceive me. There's nothing I can do. You always want to go in the past and bring stuff from the past. People change. There's nothing I can do. You're always going to project how you feel onto me, either if it's bad or good. But a lot of times we project how we feel internally, outside. I always say it's like if you have a camera and the lens is cracked, even if you have the most beautiful scenery, you take in the picture with the cracked camera, the picture's going to come out cracked even if the scenery is beautiful. And, sometimes people are like that. And then another time it's like some people have such darkness and live in such darkness that when they see when they see a light, they don't believe it. They think you're being fake. They think you're being disingenuous because they're just like, nah, like, it's impossible for someone to be so light and pure because all I know is darkness. I'm surrounded by darkness and people who hurt me and deceive me. All I know is evil. So you're telling me this person is not. You're telling me this person is this love and light. You're telling me I don't believe it. So, like, some people have this, like, some people can't even comprehend it. Some people can't even comprehend that you have so much light in you. They can't because they just can't, all I know is darkness, right? All I know is darkness. Then I see some light. I'm like, that's not real. I'm either hallucinating. That's not real. That's magic. Because all I know is darkness. My friends are dark. My family is dark. Everyone's dark. So if this light is coming, this isn't real. This is a fraud. Like, get this away from me. And then sometimes people actually know you're light. And they know that. They believe it. But they don't like that. They're like, how can this person go through all this and all this darkness, all this pain, and still come out light, still come out positive? How is that possible? So they're mad at that. And then they drag you down because they want you to be dark with them. A lot of people don't want to see you win. And I'm not here to spread negativity because that's not my vibe. But I'm just trying to be honest because I'm going through life, like I said, a grown woman in a baby in a grown woman's body going through life, all naive, no one can do nothing to me. Dragged. Straight dragged. So I'm not here to be a Debbie Downer, to be negative. That's not me. I'm just here being honest and sharing what I've experienced. I've experienced people who've seen light in me and tried to make me miserable like them. My sister, like, I'll kind of give the gist of the argument. So we make fun of each other. We call each other names. Like, I would call her Creature. She called me Creature. We'd be calling each other. We would just, that's what sisters do. That's what family does. Then I called her something yesterday. I said she was like a orangutan. That's what we do, that, bro. Like, we'd be watching Planet of the Apes. We'd be like, that's you. But, like, she just got mad. Like, it's normal. We do that. We joke. Family, that's what we do. She got mad and she just lost it on me. And she would say, you're a hater. And, you're projecting. And I was like, yo, like, it's really not that deep, bruh. Like, we always do this, bruh. And it just turned into this big thing that was going on, and it was a lot. But that's just her, and she's, going through things. She's fighting demons, and I give her leeway. But when it comes to me, she doesn't want to give me leeway. She doesn't want to give me grace. She's going to be the second sister I'm not talking to. I haven't spoke to my other sister since last October due to something serious that you can't come back from. Like, I've constantly gave my family leeway. My family drags me too. Everyone drags me, bro. Like, I can't make this up. I can't make this up, man. It's just like me and God. Like, that's all I really have is God and myself, if I'm being honest. Like I said, you have the people that, like, you have your friends, who check up on you. And, but it's like, if I want deep talk, maybe one person, maybe two people. And, like, half of those people I met on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, one of them is on the internet, So it's just like, I'm a lone wolf in here, It's hard, but I've been getting through it this far. I'm not going to give up now. I'm not going to let all that pain and suffering and dragging be in vain. No, sir. But like I was saying, she just has some unhealed, but it's just like, that's not an excuse, because when I was going through pain and I was dealing with that alone and no one was there with me, I was not lashing out on the world. I was still trying to help people, bruh. Even when I was suffering and in pain and my cup is about to run dry, I'm still pouring into other people's cups, bruh. I'm still doing that. But then it's like you're going through something and you're lashing out on me. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, I get emotional. I get so emotional. Because it's just like, it's like if your family is not there for you unconditionally, you're going to go out in the world and start looking for that in other people. And other people are just going to use you and abuse you and drag you for that. And that's my case. I know now, and I'm very cautious and very protected by God and very guarded, But I wasn't always like that. And it's just sad when, like, you have to protect yourself in the world, right? And then when you come home, you still have to protect yourself in your house. So it's like, when am I ever going to find, like, true peace? And then that's when you have to make that peace inside. You have to become your own peace. Your mind has to become your own peace. You have to get to the point where you can tame your thoughts and manage your thoughts and control them. And you just have to become your own peace, I don't get mad anymore, to be honest. I don't. Like, when I look back, I just accept it. And I say this. I say, like, the true key to life is looking back and accepting everything and not having self-pity, not wanting everyone to feel sorry for you, accept the past. All we can do is move forward, because that self-pity, it's going to drag you down. It's going to just keep you stuck. So you have to be able to just heal, and it's a process, but you have to be able to move forward and keep going every day, There's people from my past that try to judge me. I used to be a bottle girl. I used to be in the nightlife club scene. That's one of the reasons why I went sober. I was sober for 5 months. I had never felt better. Never. I was not on my meds. I was, like, sober, everything. I was just doing natural things like ashwagandha, all that stuff. But I was sober. And, even then, like, I still have people talking about me and saying these things about me and, like, lying on my name. I used to be in nightlife, and I used to be a bottle girl, and I used to party. I'm telling you, when I get drunk, I go down like I'm a different person. Like, that's why, like, I have an Instagram that's like Edo, and then I have Edo Soul, because Edo, I feel like, is my ego. Like, I feel like ego, my, how I perceive, that's my music, how I, like, come out in the world, my ego. But Edo Soul is stripped. No makeup, like, natural hair and the nature, like, just stripped. I'm stripped. I'm bearing my soul out to y'all on the internet, And, so, if people still want to have that perception of you and judge you, that's on them. That's not going to change you. Like I said, the only people who can judge you is God and yourself. No one else's opinion of you matters. Yes, we're social creatures. Yes, we're human. Yes, we need to, mingle and, mix and mingle. But mix and mingle with the right people that actually see you. Everyone's going to talk. I mean, everybody got haters. Like, snakes are everywhere, bruh. Like, everyone is going to say something. You could be the perfect person, the nicest girl. Someone is still going to have something rude to say about you. You just have to get to the point where you just brush it off. Like, it was harder for me because this is family. Like, when people, in the streets and from school and social life want to talk about me, let them. I don't owe y'all nothing. Y'all not blood. But when it comes to blood, it's different. But, I'm realizing that, God, when God said, if your mother abandons you, if your father abandons you, I'm always going to be there for you. God is never going to abandon me, and that what gives me strength every single day. Every single day, that gives me strength. You have to get to the point where you're comfortable with it just being you and God will then send the people that need to be in your life. God will then make your dreams, your goals, your purpose come true. He will then light that path for you. But you have to get right with yourself. You have to get right with your soul, because if God gives you what you want and gives you what you need, and you're still around these negative people, if you don't know how to block them out or tune them out, it's going to get to you, and you might self-sabotage or let the outside world impact you. It takes a lot to come on the internet and tell about your personal stuff. It takes a lot, because people are going to see it eventually. It takes a lot. But I've gotten to the point where I don't care what anybody says about me. Y'all weren't with me when I was at rock bottom. Y'all weren't with me when I didn't want to see another day. Y'all weren't with me. So why am I letting your comment, what you say, your judgment, your lies get to me? Why? I'm not. Y'all, I don't owe y'all nothing. So look at it like that. You don't owe anybody anything. I still want to spread love and peace and joy, and I want to give so much to the world. That's what I can do. I can help the world and make it better and prevent people from suffering and pain. I want to save the world. Maybe it's a detriment of mine. But, like, I don't care what people think about me. And it's coming to the point where I have to stop caring what my family thinks about me. People are going to perceive you the way they are, the way they think, the way they feel. There's nothing you can do to really make someone change their opinion about you, because people don't really change. People don't really work on themselves. They say they are. Oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm dieting. No shade to them. But are you going inside? Are you going back to trauma? Are you healing yourself? Are you finding God? Or if you don't believe in God, are you just finding yourself? Are you connecting with yourself? Are you spending time alone, really looking in the mirror, really accepting everything, feeling everything? Don't suppress, don't push anything away. Hold on to that pain, hold on to it, feel everything. Even if it's painful, feel it all. You have to feel to heal. I always say that you have to feel to heal. It's just, look at it as you and God against the world. Not that literally, but look at it like that. Look at it as, you know what? God loves me. That's all that matters. I love me. That's all that matters. Like, everyone's going to perceive you. There's nothing you can do to not be perceived. Look, even Jesus, bruh. He was a perfect person. Perfect person. And still, look what happened. So, none of it matters. None of what people think about you, say about you matters, At the end of the day, it doesn't. You just have to get to the point where you're confident and you're comfortable in your own skin with your own self, to understand that I could be yelled at and gossiped about, and people talking all this stuff, looking at me like a clown or a loser or this, and saying all this stuff about me. And honestly, the people that talk about you are the real losers. The people that talk about you have the real problems, because no one who's genuinely happy with themselves has the energy to do that. You want to spread love, you know what I mean? When you're full of it, you want to spread it. When you're full of hate, you want to spread that. So you have to look at it like that. You have to look at it as them. It's not you. It's honestly not you. It's them. Like we're not perfect. Like I'm not perfect. We all have flaws. There's a lot of things you could work on. There's a lot of things I could work on. But it's the principle. It's like my core is pure. Sometimes my aura can get cloggy, negative, dark. But I could still cleanse that. I can cleanse my aura. I can cleanse my energy. But that core, that's your soul. Some people are just born with that soul, that light, that Holy Spirit, that connection with God. Some people are just chosen. Some people just are. There's this whole debate of like, no, chosen's not real, it's an ego. No, some people are. Some people could go in their room, call on God, and feel him. Some people have that direct link to God. It's just like that. It's just like that, And you're chosen, bruh. So why are you worried? Why are you worried? God got you. Just chill. Just relax. Just ride the wave of life. Pray. Pray a lot. You have to really pray and spend time with yourself and go in nature, really connect with yourself and build that relationship with God. Really trust your intuition, really cleanse yourself of anything. If it doesn't feel right to you, cleanse it. You know what I mean? But build that relationship with God, because a lot of people don't have that. And it's so powerful, and really embrace that. And once you embrace your love for God, once you embrace that connection, you're untouchable. You're untouchable. It's like, you may call me names, and you may touch my body and hurt my body and, say all these things, but you cannot touch my soul. Because that's God's. That's God's. You can't touch it. So just know that they could, if you're in abusive relationships, they could hit you. You need to leave if you're in an abusive relationship. But I understand it's a process. If you have abusive friends, family, they can call you names, yell at you. You know what I mean? It's like, you can touch my body, you can hurt my body, but you cannot penetrate my soul. You cannot. Always know that. They could spew hate and all this stuff at you. They don't have your soul. They can't touch it, and that's why they're so mad. That's why they're so mad. So know you're rare, know you're special, and know you're always watched and protected by God. You all have a blessed evening.